Up until a couple of years ago, when someone would ask me why I'm an optimist, my answer always was the same. One year at Father's Day, I gave my dad a really touching Father's Day card, and ever since, I've had a membership to my local Optimist club. Now, about 3 years ago, I had a change to that story. I live in the city of London, Ontario, and the Optimist clubs of Midwestern and Southwestern Ontario got together many years ago and were the first $1 million contributor to the Children's Hospital expansion of the Children's Hospital. So a year later, we were approached by the hospital to take on a new project, and that project was to fund the Bravery Bead program at the Children's Hospital, Southwestern Ontario. So Optimist clubs within Southwestern Ontario now raise money every year to be able to make sure that not only children with cancer but other ailments receive bravery beads. Not only do those children receive those beads, but so do their siblings, because those bravery beads and those families that are dealing with kids that are ill, it's not just that child who's sick who's dealing with this problem, this issue. It's the entire family, and most importantly, that sibling that maybe is feeling a little left out. So it brings me to 3 years ago, where I lived in the city, was very close to the Children's Hospital, and so my local grocery store is actually across the street from it. I was standing in line in February, it was dark outside, and I had a couple items in my hand, and in front of me was a mom with her young son. Now her son, I would put it probably about 10 or 11 years old, but he was small enough that he fit inside a car seat, and that car seat was inside the grocery cart. And the look on his face was very indicative that he had had a very bad, no good day. And for a lack of not knowing what his actual diagnosis was, he had a tumor growing out of his eye socket the size of my fist. And because he wasn't having a very good day, I knew I wanted to go up to him and be myself and put a smile on his face even for 30 seconds. The winter cap that he was wearing was stitched with the words, "Cancer sucks." And no matter how bad I tried and wanted to make a difference to his day, I couldn't because there were tears rolling down my cheeks. And that was when I realized that I'm no longer an optimist because I gave my dad a birthday card. And I may not be able to make a difference that day or at that moment to that child, but through my involvement with my Optimist club in my district, every time he goes to that hospital and has a treatment, he receives a bravery bead. Whether it was a red bead for a blood transfusion or a glow-in-the-dark bead for radiation treatment or whatever that special bead was, sometimes that's the only thing those children look forward to, is to know that the treatment is done and they've got their bead. So I, as an optimist, have put a smile on his face. Maybe not at that moment, but many moments in his life I have hopefully made a difference because of the impact that I can have on children, not just in my own hometown, but across this entire organization.